left arm, keeping the play alive. She's one to keep an eye on for sure.
And the best server in league history, Natalie Foster, gets the first serve for Orlando. Has to take the second touch there for Abercrombie, last year's MVP of the regular season.
Brittany Abercrombie has to have so much patience on her approach. Shampoo and her have such a good connection. She gives her a nice high ball. Actually, that was now.
Abercrombie behind the attack line. Briggs Romine, a scoop. And that's a D ball on the opposite side for Inna. Music started up momentarily during the point. Meyer, the slide attack. Looper, another tip deposit.
And that's another area of Looper's game that is so difficult to slow down, is her shot selection and her situational awareness and the way that she uses her eye over the block. So there, Carly Snyder did a really good job at identifying the tip, holding, hanging into the air, and then pressing.
And Snyder has a big serve as well, showing it off there. Looper hits it hard and actually offered an apology to Kahaina Torres. She crushed that one so badly.
Charity Looper has so much pop on the ball. Amy Pauley brought her in to add nuance to this offense, and you see her take, and then Briggs Romine can finish it.
All Hassan with the serve. Block touch against Looper. All Hassan has to take the second touch. Reload. Briggs Romine. Another softer shot. And Looper comes away with another kill, targeting All Hassan in the back row.
And that's smart, and you'll see outside attackers or any attackers do that often. Win the middle, finish a long rally to stay in it mentally and to finish the ball.
Shampoo showing what she can do.
A no-look setter dump from Shampoo. The ability for her to know what's going on the Schwan to finish it, and what that is pressing your hands over the net and angling those hands into the court.
Grand Rapids, by the way, has Cameron Turner in the match at setter at the moment. But Abercrombie adds to the tally in the first set for Orlando.
At bench, Cameron Turner is elite. She said, we're locked and loaded if we need to put her in.
Another block against the right side, even against this double sub. Orlando.
And then also the setter, and then she goes back. So she said she wanted to use that dub sub, and she already is.
Yep. Jardine Clark and Cameron Turner are out. Kahaina Torres and Elizabeth Inna are back in, but Abercrombie is still unstoppable.
Coach Amy Pauley said she shows up and she makes up that deficit and get back in.
5-0 run since it was 22-15 that is finally ended by Abercrombie.
You can hear the pop on the ball when Brittany Abercrombie strikes it. The block a little.
6 for 13 already. Not even done with the first set for Brittany Abercrombie. Shampoo, the set for Looper. Elizabeth Inna rolls it. Schwan, perfect first touch. Looper down the line. Inbounds, set point.
Charity Looper is a wonderful addition to the Valkyries. She runs that tempo set. It's really difficult for the block to get there. She's almost beating the block in situations. She's got that explosiveness. And then look at the 1 foot gap between right side and middle blocker.
Orlando appears to be surviving that 5-0 run with 4 opportunities to win the first set. And it's Brown with the stuff in this big-time matchup in the middle against All Hassan. And now the court is condensation-free. Here's Looper. Excellent dig by Briggs Romine. Snyder unopposed. Valks still get the dig. In transition, Abercrombie dug by her counterpart off the block. This is a chance for the Valkyries here. Excellent set by Shampoo against the flow to Kaz Brown.
Kaz Brown is a wonderful slide attacker. I also need to shout out Courtney Schwann. Her touch on the ball is so clean. And then look at that connection from Shampoo to Kaz. That Shampoo reversing is amazing.
A connection that was built all through last season, a championship season with those two helping lead the way. Another pick for Looper. Again, an added element this season that Orlando didn't have last season.
And Amy Polly said what that does is it alleviates Abercrombie from taking.
Good first touch from Pusick. And it's Schwann.
That's the Courtney Schwann specialty, taking a little bit off of it, selling the attack, coming in hard like you're going to swing straight down, dropping that shoulder just a little bit. She plays beach in the offseason. That's a true beach shot right there.
She's been blocked 3 times in the match. That's even for an entire match. Feels like it would be rare for Abercrombie. Good bounce off the net there to keep the point going for Grand Rapids. D-ball Abercrombie, out of system kill.
The Valkyries are really good out of system when they have Brittany Abercrombie for the D-ball. They also have Charity Looper in that middle back position. And then you've got such an experienced out of system center. There is more room for error right there. Carly Snyder, just not enough snap on the ball.
Abercrombie. Orlando has come all the way back, and they're down 2.
Abercrombie has so much precision on the attack. She's able to grab those high fingertips. Beautiful out of system set.
Abercrombie, so good.
And there's a little bit of a height disparity between Abercrombie and that left side blocker, Paige Briggs-Romine. Abercrombie swinging high and over. Even with Alison there, nice and high, but definitely targeting Briggs-Romine down the line.
And she can do that as well. We heard from Kathy George telling us that Abercrombie really stretches the court on those short shots.
And that's where she gets you. As a defender, you're on your heels because she can attack that ball so deep to the corners. She sells it here. Good job in transition, getting off the net.
Yep. They didn't really have that last year. Abercrombie finds the solution, goes off the block and out.
When the block is there and closed, and Brittany Abercrombie has that follow through, she's able to tool the block really well. I said it was absolutely elite, and that stems from these setters.
Who can return some order to this point? It's Orlando, and it's Looper.
And very quickly, Shampoo and Charity Looper have developed so many ways. They're tooling off the high hands.
Straight down for Schwann. You mentioned developing early chemistry. As a team, it was helpful for Orlando to play in the Club World Championship.
And mixing in that with her off speed.
Schwann, one-handed dig by Briggs-Romine. Foster takes the touch, and Shampoo did a great job at pulling that off the net.
That was absolutely incredible by Shampoo. Her body facing the net, over her left shoulder, setting the middle, running through the middle, making sure that that's a priority for her. So well done, and then not in the net as well, so really good body control. Shampoo is as good of a setter as it gets.
Setters, you're totally right. Setters can get more aggressive, though, in plays like that this year with the double rule.
Those have been elite.
Well, last year, as Abercrombie comes down with it, they had the middle blocker of the year in Ali Bastianelli. She retired. And they also had Alyssa Jensen starting. That's in, and that is the first ace of the season for Natalie Foster, who had a league record 60. Got a good one here in Orlando. Back to Abercrombie. That's going to be in play. They can reload. Looper on the set by Shampoo against the flow a little bit.
And this is when the Valkyries are at their best, when they have Brittany Abercrombie in the front row. Shampoo is in the back row. They've got all three options on offense firing on all cylinders.
Bree Kelly, first career professional kill. She was a standout for Pittsburgh and originally played at Florida. For now, the third set continues with Brown.
And that's something that the Valkyries definitely want to see more of. An in-system pass right on Shampoo's head, running through one of their most...
And that death by 1,000 cuts of those block touches can be really frustrating to a high-powered hitter that's not accustomed to having anybody stop her dominance. Looper gets Orlando off to a stronger start in the fourth set. The Valkyries took the first, and Grand Rapids the last two.
What I love about that swing is Al Hassan Reed, Charity Looper swinging over them.
Looper twists it over. Al Hassan on the second jump. Pusick to Abercrombie. Gahaina Torres dug it. Going back to Abercrombie. She throws that to the floor.
A lot of the times you'll see Brittany Abercrombie tip and there's a little bit of a peak on the ball. Not on that one. She put that ball straight down. She saw the gap in the block. Was really smart with it.
Elizabeth Inna, I mean, she was playing in Turkey last year. Talk about bringing players from some of the best leagues in the world to Major League Volleyball. Looper off the block and out. Bree Kelly remains in the match, checked in for Foster in the middle of the third set.
Bree Kelly is so much fun to watch. She was such a leader on this Pitt team. They did 5 consecutive national semis. Back to the left side.
Ogilvy read that tip. Abercrombie swings harder.
Shampoo is so good with that change of direction, running towards the outside, reversing the flow of that set, as we say. And her and Brittany Abercrombie have such a strong connection. She's able to push that ball all the way to her.
For the match now, both teams currently hitting under 200.
It's been a gritty defensive battle, back and forth.
That's the way it often goes. The defense starts to control more as the match goes along. Courtney Schwann. That's good.
Only gotten better throughout this match.
Loud beginning to this segment of play from Looper.
A lot of the times an opposing team will target the outside attacker who's pulling back to serve receive because they want to take them out of the offense.
Going more and more to Looper.
And I have to give a shout out consistently to Courtney Schwann's serve receive. The angles of her platform, how cleanly she touched.
Not making life easy for Abercrombie as this match has gone along. Here she is, finally gets an opening.
Shampoo, that pass was a little tight. It doesn't even matter. She can twist her body in the air, and then the precision and the accuracy of that set is right into Abercrombie's wheelhouse. Look how sharp that angle is.
Looper, 16 kills, 17 digs. Courtney Schwann.
I will say serve receive wise, it looks like both teams are in system.
12 apiece, fourth set. Rise up by a set. Inna. Kelly had to get there, and she did. Back set for Inna. Gahaina Torres presses the button for Inna again. Schwann That's her patented beat shot.
Sometimes in a long rally when there are so many big swings, deep, powerful attacks, sometimes just taking a little bit off of it. The defense is on their heels. She's got such good vision. Shampoo did a really good job at leading her there. And Ogilvy, it's hard to...
Situation in Grand Rapids, Michigan in April. It was so late in the season, the Valkyries had already clinched a playoff berth. They sat all their starters and still won in 5 sets. Kaz Brown the kill. Grand Rapids making it a lot more difficult in this one. The blocking advantage for Grand Rapids. Patty Bray serving sub situation again. Free ball. Abercrombie first touch. Goodpard second touch. Swan rolls it. Mayfield read it. Back row. Looper.
Coach Amy Pauley told me another key to this game is going to be 4 routes of offense, running them in transition, in serve receive, running all 4 routes. So what that means is you got the back row, you've got the opposite, the middle, and the outside all running.
Orlando up by 4 after that Looper back row smash, and this is primed for a 5th set.
Sometimes athletes get into flow zones, and that means it's just muscle memory. You are what championship teams have.
Key serve for Allison Mayfield, the former Vegas Thrill member. Orlando with a set point.
And there's
Kaz Brown.
Attack. Sorry, that makes Kaz Brown so dangerous. It's the high contact on the slide. The block is late to close. And she's so quick lateral.
Maybe not the best idea. Another set point. We're going to a 5th set here in Orlando.
Charity Looper has been so good tonight. High flyer, explosive. Orlando Shampoo with Looper.
And there's Abercrombie, and this is the 5th set to 15. The defending champions, can they pull off a dramatic 5-set win, or can a retooled Grand Rapids team spoil the fun in Orlando? Charity Looper, 20th kill on 2020 day for Looper in her debut for Orlando.
I can't say enough good things about Charity Looper. The tempo of the set. Al Hassan jumped.
11th kill there, and it's a double-double for Snyder. Back into the match after being subbed out briefly. There's the roll shot for Schwan.
And this is why you want to get your middles involved. Kaz Brown is up, so Meyer is jumping with Kaz. Courtney Schwann's in a one-on-one situation. Really good job by...
Free opportunity. Block touch by Orlando. Saw Shampoo taking a look at her options. Block against her.
I spent that entire play watching Kaz Brown and how she moves laterally. Got a really good block touch earlier in that rally. Extended the play, and then watch her track the ball. Eye sequence. Courtney Schwann set that block up in the perfect location. It hit her right.
It's Orlando, which was down 2-1 in sets, jumping in front now in the 5th. Mayfield back in there. On the Grand Rapids side, Looper covers. This is Mayfield slotted back by Brown from the floor. Inna is dug by Husik. Behind the center, that's Meyer's specialty. D-attack, Abercrombie, dug by Inna. Brown just puts it over, read by Ogilvy. What a point this is in the 5th set of the season opener.
If there was an MVP of the match, it would be Charity Looper. Lights out, all 4 rounds firing on all cylinders. She provides so much dimension, so much nuance to this offense. Rising up to the air, identifying the hands of the block, swinging through with all of that.
MLV All-Star Hannah Maddox on their bench. Haven't seen her yet tonight. I'm sure we will at some point soon this season. Brown stands tall. It's 7-2 coming off the timeout.
Volleyball is a game of momentum, and we talked about it. It's been really back and forth. No team able to grab that momentum. The Valkyries have grabbed it in the most critical time. Taking a single play off. Her eyes are working so much throughout that rally. So well done. The Valkyries take a massive lead in the.
I want to guess how many blocks the Rise have this set. They have none. Shot pass there, and the lead expands even further on a pretty rare Abercrombie ace.
More on with that momentum.
I mean, look, we've given. As that's a net violation, things continue to go wrong. We've given Grand Rapids a lot of credit, I think rightfully so at times, for their defense against Abercrombie. We're going to see Snyder come back in, but the fact that they struggled on some serve receives and getting a swing. And right back to Snyder. Looper, another big dig. Joust situation. Brown nearly won it. Brown is there again. It's been a Kaz Brown-owned fifth set.
That's Kaz Brown's third block in this set. Combine that with Charity Looper defensively in that middle back position. She's been so elite defensively. This is when the Valkyries are at their best, when their defense is humming. Kaz Brown so engaged. Back-to-back blocks for Kaz Brown, the blocking machine. She's like, yeah, it looks easy. It's not easy. She's putting in a lot of work in between those plays. And then you see the press. She's got all of that press over the net at the right time.
Last year, as good as last year was.
That's such a good point. I think both of these teams are better this year than they were last year.
Right. You just said it way more succinctly. Everyone can improve across the league. That's a special thing to behold. But it's been all Orlando in the fifth. They came back from down 2-1. Originally taking the first set. Abercrombie to make it 12-2 and a 9-0 run.
I've been watching Shampoo throughout that play. That girl is moving and she is working. She is all. And let's watch her swing. Great set, back row attack. She drops that thumb, a whole lot of range. Twist that arm beautifully. That's a sharp swing. That's hard for a lefty.
Another pick from Looper.
I just love how intentional this was from head coach Amy Polly to incorporate the big more and more. She laughed earlier at serve and pass. She's like, we may get a little big heavy, but when it's working like this and Charity Looper.
Double sub is in for Orlando on another match point. Pukis runs underneath the set for Looper. Now it's Briggs Romine again. Dug by Pusick. Now Pukis to Looper. Chimay against the former team is the one to get it done. The defending champions win in 5. On the night when